Howdy y'all. In this video, I begin my journey as the first farmer in my family, and there's a twist. I took out a $500,000 farm loan that I got paid back in 2 years. Will I make it big, or will I go broke? Watch to find out, folks. Howdy y'all, welcome back, and honestly, I did kind of make a big mistake loading up the 8410 with the fertilizer and the lime, only because we need to be doing corn this month and not soybeans, so it won't need to be traveling. So first thing on the agenda, get that all taken care of, hurry up and probably take care of the crops, I guess. Now if y'all remember correct, during harvest, I mentioned that we were going to do, well, not do crop rotation no more. We are going to be trying to do what the big farmers do, only as a little test to see if it can help fix things up with the crop yield. Now, any guesses on how much lime we're going to use? Actually, don't look like all that much. I guess corn is only hungry for nitrogen. Honestly though, I gotta admit, this might be probably the best idea I've had for a while. Trying to act like one of the big farmers. We shall see though. Yeah, now that I'm right here, I'm pretty much guessing it's not like I thought. Yeah, it's more hungry for pH than it is the nitrogen. But that's the last of it for these two fields. I just have 2 more cornfields due, and then we're pretty much all set for the planting. Oh, then after that, next month it's soybeans and spraying. I think I'm beginning to understand why this tractor was so cheap. We went through a hopper and a half of lime, a hopper of fertilizer, but half a tank of fuel. And I had to pretty much refill the whole tank after the rock picker. Yeah, so this thing is quite the fuel hog. So I guess 84 grand is pretty much, yeah. They got me on the fuel mileage. I guess that's how it is. But everything's got its pros and cons, don't it? Before I forget, I ordered 3 pallets of seed treatment liquid that should be at the shop right now. So I'm gonna hurry there to go pick it up. I have yet to figure out how I'm gonna get it on the truck, but one step at a time. So this is what $10,350 looks like. And then this is that $40,000 you just saw. I decided on purchasing a different skid steer, and some attachments go with it. Hence pallet forks, and of course rear weight. We might get a bale spear for it, I don't know. But of course this was probably, yeah, this was only like $10,500, I think. 20-foot gooseneck, or not gooseneck, I wish. Bumper pull. It's got, I don't know what that is. Hopefully it can be able to fold out for that. We'll see, but let's go ahead and get everything all organized and hooked up, I guess. Now, the reason being behind all this madness, one, we needed more seed treatment liquid. Two, didn't feel like always bringing the gooseneck up there for said seed treatment. So I had this ordered. And on top of that, I'm kind of getting tired of how slow our John Deere skid steer is. Plus, it has no option for a back weight. So, thus brought the Massey Ferguson. I'm actually liking it. So far, so good. Now, I know this may not exactly be the best design of a trailer, but it works. And honestly, for $10,500, I can't exactly complain. So how about we get started with our planting, because it's about time we get some corn in the ground. So, I just got done with that field and I was just about to get started on this one whenever neighbor over there, he called and asked if I could, well, plant some corn for him. I said sure, I could be right over. He's offering me $6,000 for planting the corn, and he has a field, well, the big field with the pond in it, just north of us. I think he said $20,000 for fertilizing it. I said, okay, I'll do that too. So, I guess we're helping a neighbor out. Quite the small plot. Offering $6,000 for me just to plant this? Huh. Well, I guess I can't really complain. That'd be some easy money, and that's for dang sure. Oh, I forgot to turn the planter on. There we go. Whew. This is gonna be some easy money. Well, that pretty much does it for this field. On to field 18. Another one of Sam's so we could fertilize it. I'm gonna unload the 8410, and it's already hooked up to the fertilizer spreader, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it instead of having to worry about switching anything. Oh, honestly, I've been thinking I'm gonna call the dealership, see if they'll come out and purchase my old skid steer from me. If so, I'll have them just take it, and that'll be that. Heck, I think I'm gonna do this field before I start fertilizing on Sam's plot of 18. I don't really know how else to say that. Well, that's not so bad. $8,800 for the skid steer. They already wrote the check for me and already took it all off. So, I reckon it's time we get to unloading this thing. And one thing I really hate about my area, the downward slope everywhere. It's unavoidable, makes it so dangerous for loading and unloading. Well, looks like this is gonna be a hefty field to do. Honestly, I can't wait till this kind of field is ours. Because, oof, imagine the money we would make off of it. Ooh, 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 yes! Oh, shoot, I actually forgot I had to call him and tell him I was done so I can collect my money. Oh boy, there we have it. 27 grand in total. Woo. Easiest money I've ever made. Although, fertilizing that field 18 was kind of a pain. Well, let's just hope next time we do that, it's going to be ours at the time. I believe that's the second time I've fertilized that field for Sam. Now I know this tractor's oil change and preventative maintenance is well past due. In fact, I actually got the danger sign flashing on my dash right now, aka check engine light. So I think after we get done planting corn, I only got one more field left, I'm going to try to finish that up. I'm hoping I can make it. I don't see how I shouldn't be able to make it, but then again, I might cut it close. This amount of money that we've gotten from Sam, let's just hope it don't take all of it, because I need a fair bit just for odds and ends I have planned. If I can get more ground, I will happily do just that. We're raking in probably $50,000 a month between the co-op business and the railroad rent and the grain mill rent. Which, another thing I did want to talk about was I have been considering doing popcorn. I might have to do dairy cows, or I could just buy the butter, or I could just sell it as unbuttered popcorn. Although, who honestly likes unbuttered popcorn? It's almost a crime. This is what I love about these straight rectangular fields. Once I get it, well, the edges, well, all straightened out with headland passes, then I can come in with my GPS and just kick back and relax. Apart from the turns, that's the part where I take over. Ouch. According to the invoice, it is 16, almost 17,000 to repair the 8530. And then on top of that, it's almost 1,300 to maintenance the planter. I might as well pay him. And I want to see how much a Green Star is for this thing, because I want to purchase one of them real quick. So I'm back from the dealership now. I picked up a few things. The Green Star for 4,500. A chrome stack for 450 bucks. A bit pricey, but Then I picked up some accessory lights, as in just extra lights for whenever we run nighttime and all that. I had this old chain, not old chain, just a chain laying around in, like, next to my house. I threw that on. Just trying to think. They wanted to know if I wanted to switch this to tracks. I told them not yet, because it's going to be kind of expensive. I didn't feel like doing that just yet. I think it was 55 grand for the 4 sets of tracks. Ugh. Oh, another thing I should probably get an invoice on is our harvesting equipment. We're gonna need that. I might sell the sprayer and get something bigger. Let me see how much they're going to be willing to give me for the sprayer first, and then I will decide, but just give me a minute, folks. Okay, so in total, we spent $20,142 on all the maintenance and parts for everything. So that's actually not too bad. The combine and headers were only $1,400. Luckily it was just a bit of grease. The combine needed 1 bearing. Those things just needed greased. I hope this thing only needed greased anyway, because we've only got to use it like a couple times. You shocked me because I think you were only $116 worth of grease. I was expecting to see some bearings or something. Maybe some cylinders go bad. You were only $112. You were cheaper than that thing. With how long we've had you, I was suspecting some of these cylinders to go bad. That thing just it only has a couple grease fittings on it. Now, they said $48,000 for this. It was either $42,000 or $48,000. Which, I can't justify that right now because then we wouldn't be able to get a sprayer, so that would be a next episode kind of thing. We'll have to deal with that come next month whenever we go to spray the corn. This thing has some work to do working on beans next month. And as for that thing, it's got to do not fertilizer, but it's got to do lime. So I might as well unload it off the trailer and pretty much just get it ready to roll, because there's no point in taking the truck and trailer whenever I only need one thing. I'm hoping with all luck we can probably purchase a different sprayer next month. But that does it for today's episode, and I'll see all y'all in the next one. See you around, folks.